Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour, a 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough, the tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost, the minnow would be lost. The ship's aground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, and the rest are here on Gilligan's Isle.
I mean, I'm gonna play the dumb person because actually I'm the dumb person. I don't know how to fix this. I bought this at Discount Hobby 3 months ago, 4 months ago. Basically, I was like, you know what? I've got the ability to do this. I want to go have some fun. Screw it, I'm gonna splurge on this because I always wanted to get into 3D helicopters and I never had the chance. So I got this Nano CPS and it doesn't, I don't know if I'm just stupid and I can't figure out how to work it, but every time I put into any kind of mode, it never has any positive thrust and it won't fly. It literally won't fly. So I need to figure out what's wrong with it, and I figure someone in there might know what's wrong with it, so I'm gonna bring that in. I also need to find a flight controller for this, so I'm just gonna be like, can you fix this for me? I don't know what's wrong with it. You even see the camera recording. They won't even know who I am because I'm in disguise. Hey! He instantly recognized me. It's not working. Shh. Yeah, so something's wrong with it. Can you help me fix this?
Brian's going down the turbine.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm doing when I get to it. Now,
Okay.
if you hang a turbine engine on it,
Then you're my guy.
I'm your man.
Help me fix my drone. What's wrong with it?
Oh my god, I don't know yet. Let's find out. It looks like you need a flight controller, Zoe. I think you're missing the flight controller.
Yes, I'm missing a flight controller.
Yeah. That's the obvious one. And then you have to actually, so there's all these wires and you're gonna have to solder them to the flight controller.
Yeah, probably.
Right, that'll probably do it.
I love these guys here. Yeah, so yeah, no, I need a flight controller for this poor baby.
I have, let's see what I have. I have that. I have,
Schizo Revolt 3. Do you have any like PDB flight controller combos?
I might actually. Can't tell if this is one or not. I think it is though. That's pure.
Ooh. That's a ESC.
It says a 4-in-1, so I'm thinking it's a PDB as well.
Yeah, it's a 4-in-1 ESC.
Oh, is it? It's
Yeah.
an ESC. Oh,
Yeah,
oh, oh,
I just need PDB.
You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
these are my IQ motors.
Right.
They have the PDB or ESC
Yeah,
built
you're
in.
right. You're right. You're right. You know,
I've been itching to get this thing flying for like a month. I feel so bad I haven't.
and I unfortunately.
I mean, any kind of regular like flight controller probably works just fine.
So I
But I just
definitely
wanna
have the
know.
Hobby Wing one, but I also have this guy.
Ooh.
And it's a little less than the Hobby Wing.
Wow, you guys have got more variety now.
We're
That's
trying.
cool.
Oh, this is not a PDB though. It's just Paradrone's flight controller.
That could work.
Yeah, so I have this guy for $39.99 or the Hobby Wing for $44.99.
Let's go Hobby Wing flight controller.
Okay.
I like my Hobby Wing.
Excellent. That's good stuff.
Although the mystery really is still a mystery. I'm still curious what's going on with this thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have no idea, and I don't have really the time to delve into it any further than that.
Yeah.
So here's your new one. You have the new two now.
It says intermediate. That's scary.
Yeah, these are not beginner models, but you're not really a beginner. A beginner is somebody that has 0 or C experience, and so that's not you.
But I don't even know what this is. What even?
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's gonna be broken in 5 minutes. So that definitely flies.
But when you take it out of that mode, when you pop it into 3D mode, you won't notice any of that because there is no attitude estimation being used.
Right. Huh.
So this one works.
Cool.
And you were good to play.
Sweet.
So what did the camera do?
Oh.
It's recording.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's not part of the...
Oh, gosh, no. This is me doing stuff for my vlog on the internet.
I understand.
Yeah.
So you are all set. Put this stuff in here.
That's awesome.
Spare parts, your battery from the other one.
Well, thanks for the demo and making sure it works. I do appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I can't wait to get playing with this now. Awesome!
There you go.
Yay! Thank you.
You're very welcome, sorry.
Yes!
Take care.
Oh geez, parking lot filled up. Let's get out of here. So thanks for Discount Hobbies for having me for an impromptu, visit. Yeah, impromptu visit. A lot of fun. Time to go get some food, head back to the island, and finally find out what's in the NewBeeDrone box. We're gonna open this up and see if we can get the unicorn flying, and then see if I can get that flying as well. We'll see. I haven't flown a 3D helicopter before. I haven't flown any kind of helicopter before. I've barely flown anything line of sight, so it'll probably be destroyed by the end of the day. So, NewBeeDrone has been really awesome last few months. They sent me these awesome gift packages of stuff, like just of good stuff that I need / new products they have that they want to show off. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna show off their new products, and I brought a banana for scale. Because that's the proper definition of scale, bananas. First and foremost, we have ourselves the Venom props. These are the new dual blade props that go great with the plaid motors from NewBeeDrone. Now, going to a dual blade, like I've talked about in my previous videos, there's less prop load, which allows the prop to spin up faster, which allows you to achieve higher speeds even faster. Going faster, even faster. Yeah. So I am giving away some of these props. I've got a bunch of them to give away. At least, I think 10 sets. And I'll be giving away those props to people that have already entered the prop giveaway. That's right, I have a prop giveaway in the works right now. And if you want some props, leave a message. Leave a message in the thing. Leave a message in the thing if you want props. I'll contact you if we have any extra props left over. But this is kind of a thank you to some of my fans and patrons and people that have supported me. You'll be getting GemFam props plus these props. They actually be getting like 3 different props in the package, which is pretty cool. Anyways, thanks to NewBeeDrone for sponsoring that. And we've got the, you guys know what this is? This is the Hummingbird flight controller. So, this is like the new magic. If you know of Betaflight's past flight controllers, that's always Betaflight has been used in past flight controllers. This one is completely designed from a project that was started out of hobbyists wanting to make toys fly better. So essentially there's this firmware called Silverware that this runs, and Silverware was initially created to make toys that you get from like Banggood or wherever fly good, actually have acro mode and, you know, fly decently. So that's what's on here. So a board specifically made for Silverware which is kind of mind-blowing. You think about a firmware that makes a toy fly like a real quad. Now they put that firmware on real hardware. That's pretty cool. So it's an all-in-one VTX camera, flight control board. Just plug the motors into it, plop it into a frame, and you're good to go. Ho 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 ho! Looks like we got a frame in here. I think they want me to build out a hummingbird. So we'll probably do that in a future video if you guys want to see that. Patch antenna. So this is not just any ordinary patch antenna. This is a linear polarized patch antenna. Damn you batteries. This is a linear polarized patch antenna. What's special about this is that most tiny whoops have a linear antenna, which is basically just a single line. And it's basically a piece of coaxial cable that has had the shielding stripped away from the end, essentially creating an open end, which if you measure it outright is the antenna, right? So traditionally, circular polarized antennas is what pilots have been using, and which most pilots have for patch antennas on their goggles. So while they do work for tiny whoops and the linear polarized antennas, they could work even better if you had a properly tuned antenna for linear polarization. So this is pretty cool. Batteries! Okay, so they definitely sent me some new batteries. I just gotta say the Nitro Nectar batteries have been pretty legit. Tiny whoop batteries don't have a really long lifespan, and these seem to be the thing. Like, if you get into whooping, if you get into flying micros, especially the 1S's, you're going to be buying a lot of batteries. They just destroy batteries, especially if you're running the new plaid motors and you're really running the machine hot. You're going to use up a lot of this. So yeah, they're good batteries. I like them. For those wondering, I've been using Nitro Nectar and other NewBeeDrone products before I was ever sponsored by them. I had my first NewBeeDrone Acrobee for about a year and a half that I paid full price for at Flight Fest West, and they were cool enough to help me get it working and get it ready for the event, and I was super stoked to fly it. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for the long and cool relationship. It went from me being a customer to now me being partially sponsored by them, and now collaborating with them a little bit on some products. So that's pretty cool. Just thank you to the whole NewBeeDrone team. You guys are awesome. Go to NewBeeDrone's website. Go get the new stuff. The Hummingbird is legit. If you watch any of the flight videos of the Hummingbird out there, you'll understand why it's so good. And having, I believe, active braking on a brushed motor, it makes a huge difference. Like, NewBeeDrone has kicked it out of the park with active braking on brushed motor technologies. So, yeah, I think that does it spot. Thank you, NewBeeDrone! So yeah, we got a lot more to do. I gotta find some standoffs for this. We gotta rejigger the stack here, and we do a thing. We do a thing. We do a thing or two. We do all the things. Nope. Yay! So on my other build, I have individual breakouts for the ESCs on each corner of the flight controller. On this one, you don't have that. You have a single breakout cable here for each ESC. And, yeah. So I'm going to have to break out these cables, move them to each corner, and then basically wire the cables up to each ESC individually. It's pretty inelegant. It'll look clean when I'm done with it. I'm not too worried about how it's going to look. But, just, yeah. But the cool thing is, but, saying a lot of buts. Interestingly enough, this is the same flight controller I'm using in my other unicorns, so it's kind of nice, so I'll have feature parity between the other builds. I can have the same rates, the same everything else. The only difference is going to be the ESCs and motors that I'm using on this build. So blah, 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 blah. I just spent the last 3 hours looking for this cable. Blah, 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 blah. Now that I have this, I can actually use my FTDI tool, flash these IQ motion control modules, and get it going. Hopefully, and from what I've heard, the whole use of an FTDI tool is pretty much temporary. They're going to be having pass-through working very shortly. But for now, we've got to resort to old school FTDI flashing of the modules, which, you know, is a bit inconvenient, but whatever. It's going to take all of like 5 minutes. I've got the Hobby Wing stack, or Hobby Wing board wired in. I replaced the PDB. The Hobby Wing board doesn't have a 5-volt regulator on board, and this PDB does, whereas my original PDB was just a regular old copper board. This one has regulators built in, which allow me to get the power I need to the board, so I have, you know, everything I need on board to actually run it. Yay! Nothing caught fire! Haha! I'm pretty sure the Rotor Riot crew thinks I'm a part of the Team Black Sheeps, but I'm not. I wish. I'm not cool enough to be a part of the cool kids. I have to be a part of the cooler kids, which I can't even be a part of the cooler kids. I'm not part of the Rotor Riots, I'm not part of the Black Sheeps. Does that make me like the ultimate Black Sheep? I don't understand why it's only working with one motor. But look how smooth that motor works. Look how smooth that one motor works. See how smooth that is? The smoothest. I've gone through all the motors twice now. I've desoldered everything, and for some reason, only this motor seems to want to work. I don't understand what's going on. What is happening with this? What, I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna go through the other modules and see if they also have any kind of weird inconsistencies. Then I'm gonna solder up the wires. I'm gonna try arming it and see what happens. You gotta be difficult. Why can't you be easy? Why can't everything just be easy in life? Oh yeah, because then it would be boring. Life would be really boring. I'm scared to do anything. Like if I put in the wrong setting and the motor goes full throttle in the wrong direction, I don't want to have to deal with that. I'm not going to do that. Now that we have that, we can start with the process of calling Matt. Where did I get that accent? Hey Matt, how's it going?
Alright, what's going on?
I don't even know how to really explain it.
2 hours later.
You have these all soldered together, right? So it's a super pain to change anything?
Oh no, I mean it was a super pain to change stuff, but I desoldered everything because I had to change stuff. So
Okay.
I've got it opened up right now. I actually have one of the modules that's not working soldered up to an FTDI tool, and I can plug it in right now if it helps.
Yeah, sure. We can give that a try if it's ready to go.
Yeah. Day 3 now, and I got frustrated. So I soldered up this bird. Everything was good, looked good. And I was like, you know what? I've double checked all the motors. They're all reading the right settings. This is good. Let's just, you know, put it back together and test it. Only one motor spins up, and I don't know why. So I need to take it apart, take off all the heat shrink I put on it, verify why the motors are doing what they're doing, and then before I put heat shrink back on it, I'm gonna see if I can get all the motors to spin up first, because, you know, that would have been the smart move to do in the first place. Last motor is hooked up. I'm changing one setting. Click on the Advanced tab and it says changing settings in the Advanced tab can compromise the safety features IQ has put in place. Please use extreme caution. I understand that changing settings in this tab could result in the damage or destruction of my motor. Okay. Trin, why is it not working, Trin? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? Why is it not working? But why does it not work? Lo and behold, I hear this by the RV, and I'm like, what? That's a mini quad. So I run out, I grab my goggles, and I tune in, and sure enough, I pick up their feed. I'm trying to figure out, okay, where are they? Where is this person transmitting from, right? Ooh. I see video. Oh shit, it's Danny! I know who that is. Danny here. There's no way. Is she flying that? Okay, I can see her quad, or their quad. I want to say it's Danny. Like, I know who that was on screen, so I've at least identified who it was. I could hit them up on Facebook. They're heading out towards this way. I want to see if I can get their attention. You have to be a quad pilot to understand how to figure out who a quad pilot is. And you also have to know people. Also, Danny is very recognizable. Kind of shocked me when I saw her on the OSD. Yay! Ah! What? We're about to hover test the IQ motion control rig for the first time. I think I've got everything configured correctly. I've double-checked settings on my other machine. Flight controller is configured correctly. Everything's set. Now is the time to see if it flies. Well, that's not right. Hey Matt, Zoe, so I replaced the motor with the one spare I had, and I got working, so yay! I had a question though, and I was wondering about something that changed from firmware 18 to 20. The anti-cogging is turned off by default on 20 versus 18, and I want to know why. I'm just super curious about it. Anyways, let me know. Talk to you soon. Bye! So it flies. We got it to hover. It's still acting weird. So I think what happened is that the PIDs on the machine are essentially too high for these modules, because the modules respond faster than traditional sensorless motors. That the PIDs are causing an oscillation, and it caused the motors to heat up very quickly, and I think the motor heat up was causing the motors to hit their throttle limit, which was causing them to not spool up all the way, so it was making the machine kind of drop out of the air a little bit. That's my theory. I'm not 100% sure, but considering I know these have that in them, and that's one of the features I'm testing, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So that's a bit of a good news. It kept the coils from cooking, and I didn't realize the motors were that hot until it hit the ground and I went to go check it. So that was good. But still, it's not flying yet. At least it kind of flies. Everything's hooked up right. Now I think it's really just down to PID tuning. So I'm gonna basically go down 1/3 on all of my PIDs and go from like 40s to 30s. No, mid 40s to like 30, because yeah, the P is how fast the motor wants to respond, so lowering that on the PID controller should effectively make the motor respond correctly and not overcorrect like it was doing. So yeah, just a bit of a note. If you guys are tuning for the IQ motion control modules, you're probably gonna have to lower your P substantially. It's just something that I've had to do, but once you do that, it behaves pretty good. And I have the same tune, by the way, on this machine as I do the other Unicorn that's with non-IQ motion control modules. I think that's a good test. It shows the same PIDs, the same props, the same kind of setup behaves completely differently with the IQ modules, and thus requires a bit of finagling with the PIDs. So yeah, things to note. You can't run above 4K PID loop. You can't run 1200 D-shot. You have to turn down your PIDs by half. Yeah, there's some stuff that needs to be figured out before it becomes mainstream, but all those things can be figured out and fixed with the update to the firmware, which I highly believe the IQ is working on, and I know they're going to get it out to the world. So, yeah, I'm going to try to go PID tune this tomorrow. Yeah, I'm giving up on it today. This is a good spot to leave off. Like, I'm just stoked that it flew even for half a second. Anyways. Okay, let's see if I can actually fly a 3D helicopter. I don't think I can. Let's see. Yeah, no, let's go fly a regular 3D setup and actually have some fun. Because I can't get any cool footage with that. That is not fun to watch. That is fun to probably watch me fail, but not fun to actually do. So let's go have some real fun. yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the video. Sorry it wasn't more entertaining. Or maybe it was entertaining enough and you're okay with not seeing a bunch of flight footage. Next videos. IQ motion control setup. I'll be doing that. A dedicated video on that. I will also be doing a probably dedicated video on a couple other things. Whatever you want to see me work on, let me know. If you want to see the dedicated IQ motion control video first, let me know. If you want to see a video on my prop collection before that one, let me know. Yeah, and on another note, I'm starting to catch up on content. I released more content this last month than I did probably at my peak in 2016-17. So I'm getting back on that content train. Hopefully you guys are enjoying some of it. I know I've actually enjoyed making a lot of it. I've been getting back to the fun of making content again, and I think that's coming through in what I'm producing. So yeah, anyways, love you faces. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I've been Zoe FPV. You've been awesome. Now enjoy the credits. Hi, I'm professional pilot Zoe Stonebot, and when I need a flight controller, I prefer Hobbywing. That's right, the Hobbywing G2 stack from Hobbywing. The most Hobbywingest flight controller in all of existence, and probably the best flight controller you'll ever buy. Why is it the best flight controller? Because it's a Hobbywing flight controller, and they don't burn out. They're very, very durable, and they don't suck. They actually QC their hardware, which a lot of companies don't do. So when you want a flight controller, and you want to work once, and only once, and never have to replace it, you want Hobbywing. So. Oh hey look, I know how to design stuff in Fusion 360! I learned a new skill! And stay tuned for future videos on how to use Fusion 360 for building your own drones! Powered by Mountain Dew!